The United States has carried out airstrikes against militants linked to the Islamic State group in northwestern Nigeria, marking a significant escalation in international counter-terrorism operations in the region. The strikes, which took place late Thursday, targeted militant camps in Nigeria's Sokoto state, near the border with Niger, according to statements from the U.S. military and Nigerian officials. While exact casualty figures remain unclear, both governments have confirmed that multiple militants were killed in what U.S. officials described as precision strikes aimed at disrupting terrorist operations and preventing further expansion of extremist groups in the area. This development comes as Nigeria continues to battle a complex and evolving security threat posed by jihadist groups, not only in its long-troubled northeast, but increasingly in the country's northwest as well. According to the U.S. military, the strikes focused on camps operated by militants affiliated with the Islamic State. An initial assessment suggested multiple fatalities, though officials cautioned that full damage assessments were still ongoing. U.S. President Donald Trump addressed the operation publicly, describing the Christmas Day strikes as deadly and using strong language to condemn the militants. In a statement, Trump referred to the group as terrorist scum and accused them of targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. His comments immediately drew international attention, especially given the timing of the strikes during the holiday season. However, Nigerian officials were quick to push back against any suggestion that the operation was linked to religion or timed deliberately around Christmas. Nigeria's foreign minister, Yusuf Maitama Tuggar, told that the airstrikes were part of a joint operation between Nigeria and its international partners, including the United States. He emphasized that the mission had nothing to do with a particular religion and was solely focused on counter-terrorism objectives. Tuggar explained that the strikes had been planned for quite some time and were based on intelligence gathered and shared by Nigerian security agencies. He also did not rule out the possibility of further strikes in the future, suggesting that operations against militant groups in the region are ongoing and adaptable. Addressing speculation about the timing, Tuggar said the strikes did not have anything to do with Christmas, stressing that operational decisions were driven by intelligence and security considerations rather than symbolism. Nigeria has spent more than a decade fighting jihadist insurgencies, most notably Boko Haram and its splinter factions, which have killed tens of thousands of people and displaced millions, particularly in the northeast. In recent years, Islamic State-linked groups have also gained influence, further complicating the security landscape. What makes these latest strikes notable is their location. Unlike Boko Haram, which has historically been concentrated in northeastern states like Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa, the targeted militants were operating in northwestern Nigeria. The group involved is known locally as Lakurawa. Though smaller than Boko Haram, Lakurawa has reportedly been attempting to establish a foothold in Sokoto state, exploiting porous borders, difficult terrain, and long-standing issues of banditry and weak local security. On Friday morning, Nigeria's foreign ministry released a statement confirming that authorities were engaged in security cooperation with international partners, including the United States. The statement added that this collaboration had resulted in precision hits on terrorist targets in Nigeria by airstrikes in the northwest. Local officials provided further insight into the impact of the strikes. Isa Salihu Bashir, the chairman of Tangaza local government area in Sokoto state, told the BBC that the airstrikes had successfully hit some Lakurawa terrorist camps. He said that many fighters were believed to have been killed, although he could not confirm an exact death toll. Bashir also revealed that border patrols on the Niger side had reported seeing Lakurawa fighters fleeing the targeted areas, suggesting the strikes caused significant disruption and panic among the militants. These camps were known hideouts, Bashir said, adding that the strikes may weaken the group's ability to operate in the region, at least in the short term. Meanwhile, reports also emerged of a separate strike on Thursday that hit a field in the town of Jabo, further south in Sokoto state. Local residents described seeing a bright flash in the sky, followed by a loud crash. However, authorities said there were no confirmed casualties from that particular incident, and it remains unclear whether it was directly linked to the broader operation. Security analysts say the U.S. involvement underscores growing international concern about the spread of Islamic State-affiliated groups across West Africa. While Nigeria has long been at the center of regional counter-terrorism efforts, instability in neighboring countries such as Niger and Mali has created new opportunities for militant groups to expand and regroup. The border region between Nigeria and Niger, where the strikes occurred, is especially vulnerable. It is vast, difficult to patrol, and frequently used by armed groups to move fighters, weapons, and supplies. For the U.S., the strikes signal a continued willingness to support African partners through targeted military action, intelligence sharing, and logistical assistance, even as Washington remains cautious about deploying large numbers of ground troops. For Nigeria, the operation highlights both progress and ongoing challenges. While cooperation with international partners has strengthened the country's counter-terrorism capabilities, the emergence of new militant groups like Lakurawa shows that the threat is evolving rather than disappearing. As of now, no group has officially claimed responsibility for recent attacks in the area, and Islamic State has not issued a statement acknowledging the camps that were reportedly hit. What is clear, however, is that the conflict in Nigeria is entering a new phase, one that extends beyond the Northeast and increasingly draws in global powers concerned about the spread of extremism across the Sahel and West Africa. Authorities say security operations will continue, and residents in affected areas remain on high alert as the situation develops.